Hello students, welcome back to Biocatalyst. I am Durga here. In this video, I am going to guide you to learn the physiological functions of the plant hormones with simple tips, tricks and mnemonics. Let's move into the video. So let us first see what is hormones. Hormones are the chemical messenger. It's a chemical messenger which is produced in one location and derives its function in another locations or called as a hormones. Hormones, plant hormones or otherwise called as phytohormones. There are five different types of phytohormones are there. It is auxin, gibberellin, cytokinin, abscisic acid and ethylene. In this, auxin, cytokinin and gibberellin are called as the plant growth promoters, and abscisic acid and the ethylene are called as plant growth inhibitors. Now let's see about how this hormones interacts with the plant and helps in the growth and the development. The auxin and the gibberellin are very important hormones for the growth and the development. So it helps us in the shoot development. This both the hormones involves us in the shoot elongation as well as it will be inducing the production of the flower in a plant. This both the hormone auxin and gibberellin helps us in the root elongation also. Whereas if we take cytokinin, the name cytokinin means it is cell division. So it is responsible for the cell division of the entire plant. The other two hormones are abscisic acid and ethylene. They have the opposite functions. They involve in withdrawing the leaf, flower and the fruit from the plant, and it closes a stomata, and also it helps us in in decolorization of the green color into yellow color. So this process inhibits a growth. Hence these hormones are called as a growth inhibitor hormones. Now let's see about the auxin. Auxin, it's a Greek word which means to grow, and it is a first hormone which is discovered in the plant. Coates and Smith introduced the term auxin. In 1880, Charles Darwin, while doing his experiment in a canary grass, he observed that the plant moves or bent towards the sunlight. This effect is called as a phototropism, was observed by the Charles Darwin, but during that time he was unaware about the hormone auxin. Later, went in 1903 to 1990 demonstrated the effect of auxin in the plants. Now, let's move into the physiological functions of auxin. So, to remember the physiological function of the auxin, here is a tips. In a party, Adi gave Abi a rose with a stem. So, you can see in this picture, a boy gives us a flower to a girl, and it is a rose flower, and the stem of the rose is very lengthy one. So here let us keep this boy name as Adi and the girl name as Sabi. So with these tips we can see the physiological functions now. A stands for auxin, and party is referred to the parthenographic fruits. So meaning of the parthenographic is the fruit developed without the fertilization, and they produce a seedless fruits. So if the auxin is produced in a plant, it will be producing a parthenographic fruits. And Adi here indicates as a apical dominant. Here what is apical dominant means the central stem will grow stronger, and it will be helpful in produces the apical buds. and it will suppress the lateral branchings. So this effect we call it as apical dominance. And abi here, the word abi indicate, remember about the abscissions preventions. So auxin prevents the abscission in a plant. Abscission means it's a withdrawal of a leaf, flower, fruits from the plant, or called as a abscission. This will be prevented. The falling of the fruits and the flowers and the leaves also can be prevented when auxin is produced. And rose here, it is to denote the root formation. Auxin helps us in the root formation, and also the stem. The stem also, it will be elongated if the and xylem differentiation takes place when the auxin is produced in the plant. So to remember the physiological effects of the auxin, in a party, the abi gave an abi a rose with a stem. Now we'll move on to the next hormone called as cytokinin. Cyto means cell and kinin means division. So this hormone helps us in promoting the cell division in the plants. It was first isolated from the herring fish sperm, and cytokinin is abundantly found in the liquid endosperms of coconut. So to remember the physiological functions here you can see the picture of a person, that is a teacher, whose name is, let us consider him as Mr. Richard, who is teaching about the cell divisions, that to shoot cell divisions in the to the students. So here to remember the physiological functions here, it is a simple tips is Mr. Richard explained the shoot with the cell division. So here Richard is referred to Ridgmond-Lange effect. So what is Ridgmond-Lange effect is, when the cytokinin is produced, this hormones delays the aging process. So delaying the aging process in the plant is refers to Ridgmond-Lange effect. So during this aging prevention of aging, the protein which is present will not be undergoing the degradation, nutrients will be immobilized, and the chlorophyll pigments will not undergo the degradation. Hence the aging and the falling of the leaves are completely prevented in the presence of the cytokinin. Here the shoot refers to the elongation of the shoot system. Cell division indicates us that this cytokinin helps us in the cell elongation, and also it helps us in the cell division. So to remember the physiological function, you can remember this tricks as Mr. Richard explained the shoot with the cell division. The next hormone which we are going to see now, it is a gibberellin. Now gibberellin also is a plant growth promoter, and it is abundantly found in all the plants, and here it was observed by Kurosawa in Becana disease, and the active substance was observed in gibberellic acid. So to remember the physiological functions here, you can see in this picture a party is going on, and is a person now showing us male dominant. Okay, so here let's consider this person name is Mr. GP. Now the mnemonic here it is Mr. GP interrupted in a party and showed his male dominance. Here the G refers for the gibberellin and B stands for blotting. So blotting is when a roselets of plant, when it is treated with a gibberellin, it induces a sudden shoot elongation followed by the flowering, and that process we call it as the blotting effect. Interrupted here means this gibberellin elongates the internodes. Party here again, it refers to the parthenographic fruits. Parthenographic is the fruit is developed without the fertilization, and the fruit will be seedless fruits. So and male here refers to the productions of the male flower in cucumber. So gibberellin helps us in the producing the male flowers in cucumber. And dominance here, it breaks as a dominance in the dormants in the potato. The next hormone what we are going to see is the ethylene here. The ethylene is a gaseous plant hormone. So ethylene is a gaseous plant hormone and it comes under the growth inhibitors. It is mainly produced to ripen the fruits like tomato and then mango. All this ripening, during the ripening time, this ethylene will be produced. To remember the physiological effect of ethylene, here is a tips. Eat the ripened. So you can see in this picture, a girl is eating plenty of fruits. So eating the plenty ripened fruits, it will be a good for the life, isn't it? So the mnemonic is here: eat the ripened fruits and live a better, sensible life. So here eat, E stands for ethylene, ripen stands for, the ethylene is used for ripening of fruits like tomato, grapes or grapes, etc. And here the beta indicates us that it breaks, this ethylene breaks the dormancy. And then sensible, here it refers to the synthesis process. The synthesis is converting the green color into an yellow color and thereby it will fall. The leaves will fall and that process we call it as a synthesis process, and this will be induced or produced when ethylene is produced in the plant. So the next hormone what we are going to see is called as a abscisic acid, which in short we call it as ABA. So abscisic acid is a growth inhibitor which regulates as a abscisic and it is also called as a stress hormone, and it is abundantly found in the chloroplast. So to remember the physiological functions of the abscisic acid, the tips and tricks here it is: Abhi and Sintu or the close buddy. You can see these two girls. One is, let us consider it's an Abhi and another one is Sintu. So Abhi and Sintu are close buddies. So here Abhi stands for abscission. Abscission is that is separating the leaf, flower and the fruit from the plant. That process we call it as an abscission. So this abscission is brought by the abscisic acid and ethylene also. And Sintu here, stomata cluster. So what is stomata cluster is, that is when abscisic acid is produced, the stomata will be closed. And the next one is again Sintu here, it refers to synthesis process, that is decolorization of the green color and converting the leaf into yellow color, and that process is called as synthesis. That is also brought by the abscisic acid. Buddy here, it refers for the bud dominance, and the next one is the buds that is inhibits the lateral budding. So abscisic acid inhibits the lateral buds. Synthesis is a process is called as aging process, that is decolorization of the leaf. The leaf green color will be changed to yellow color and therefore it will fall down. And abscission means any part. Okay, the any part of the plant like a leaf and then fruits and then flowers, they break and fall down, and that process is called as abscission. This both process are favored or stimulated by abscisic acid and ethylene, and therefore these hormones are called as growth inhibitor hormone. Whereas the hormones like auxin, gibberellin and cytokinin will be preventing the abscission and the synthesis, hence they are called as growth promoters. Hope this video is useful to you. If you like my video, please like it, share it and comment it. Thank you.